So I don't know who understands English here. Yeah? Three? So, my name is Marcelo. I'm a self-taught computer science student. I'm passionate about making code accessible and easier to everyone. So, since I was at age 12, 13, I started teaching myself how to program, how to code, math, English, and brain hacking. So, the English you're listening now is I taught myself last 1 year. So, as the lady said, my passion brought me to Harvard. So, this is one of the most influential professors in the world when it comes to computer science. So, I've worked with more than 4 companies in many different countries, including Canada, USA, Brazil, and Austria. So what I'm going to talk today is about how to make learning code easier. So it shouldn't be painful. So the problem that we're having now is people are skipping steps. For example, you want to learn web development. People is going to go like just to YouTube and just how to do it, like a beautiful HTML page. But this is not how you should learn how to code. So you're gonna get stressful, and at the end, you didn't learn anything. So, what's the difference between good developer and great developer? So, we have a difference between good and great. So, you can know how to do something, but I know why you're doing something. So, there is a difference between how and why. So, this is some telling how we should learn how to code. So first we need to understand how the computers works, binary system, how the software interacts with the computer, with the hardware, and image rendering it and its logic and basic understanding of how computer networks. Second, you should pick a language. Maybe Python should be easier, or if you are willing enough to learn harder, you should pick C or C++. Then learn programming logic and data structure, algorithm, and problem solving. Then you can choose a career if you want to go to front end or back end or machine learning or anything. So one of the difference between if you know how to do something and why is problem solving. So how do you become better at problem solving? So I said get as many parameters about the problems. It means when I ask you a question, if you didn't understand the problem, you should ask me more questions to understand the problem. So the more you understand the problem, the easier it's going to get to solve the problem. And then when it comes to the second step, which is understanding the problem, and then you're going to brainstorm the solutions and pick the best one that works. So I put this note here, finding the solution is not the hardest. So the reason for it is because the solution is not the hardest thing, but the path to solution, that's hard. And how you going to get to solution? Basic understanding of the problem. As I said, the easier you understand the problem, the better you understand the problem, the easier it's going to get to find the solution. So, in a short words, if someone asks you to solve a problem, ask as many questions as you need in order to understand it better. So, here I have 2 different modes, which means focus and diffuse. It's going to help you how to solve the problem. So, focus mode, as you see here, is like pinball. So, how you're going to solve in focus mode is like, okay, you're here like so focused, solving a problem. So this is not useful for problem solving because you're going to solve the problem as you used to solve. You're not going to think outside of the box. So diffuse mode is when like, okay, let me go for a walk, let me go for a run, and like you start running, and then you're switching your mind to diffuse mode. So, yeah, that's the solution. Yeah, it's because you switch your mind. So right here, as you see, like you explore all the different possibilities and different perspectives, which is different from focus mode. So what you can do is, when you are solving a problem, you can switch your mind to diffuse mode. And when you find a solution, switch to focus mode. Okay, let me try to solve it. And then going back and forth. So I use a technique for a test. It's like when a professor gives me a test, I go like from back to front. So I will pick the hardest question first. So I will spend like 1 minute. If I don't understand it well, I'm gonna switch to easier one. So when I switch to easier one, it's not because I give up on that question. It's still on my mind working. It means that problem is in diffuse mode. So then, yeah, let me go back and then solve it. So that's how I use it. So here, I will ask a question. So who knows how to code here? You? Okay. I have a question for you. So how are you going to solve this problem? So every row, cada linha tem elmo. Então, deixa eu explicar mais antes. Cada linha tem 4 escuros de elmo. Bom? E vamos put a programa, vamos put a computador. How are you going to tell the computer to know which one is the less heavier? Huh? How? So, I found this question. So, this was the problem that Professor David J. Mellon, which is the professor at Harvard, used to explain SES50, is we use something called divide to conquer technique, which is instead of going on each one and see which of the row has the less heaviest, so you're going to divide to conquer. So here I have the information for kg, except one row have 3.5. So how are we going to do it? Okay, I see here, so I'm going to divide 4 by 2, which is, I'm going to throw that one because I know each row have 4 kilograms. So I know the sum of those both, this one and that one, is 8 kilograms. But the sum of this one and this one is 7.5. So I know something is wrong. So I will divide it by 2. So I'm going to throw that one, and I'm going to stay with this one. So then, between this one, I'm going to compare which one has 4 kilograms, right? This one doesn't have it. So now, in this one, I will see, I have 4 here, right? So I will see which one is equal to 2. Because, you know, everyone is 1. So, but this is like 5. So this is how we solve it. So we divide it to conquer. So this is how I use to solve any problem. It didn't mean like you can use it only for coding, but for life, in daily lives. Yeah. So this is how our brain works. So we have 3 working memories. So this is hippocampus. It means, so the 3 working memories is hippocampus, which is in the middle of our brain, and cerebellum, which is right here, and the prefrontal cortex, which is right here. So every time you read something, for example, this is, you guys are, you're having first touch of this information. So this information, it is in your working memory. It means after the speech, if you go walk, you won't remember what I said. It's because this is working memory. It can last seconds, minutes, or hours. So prefrontal cortex, which is right here, and cerebellum, are long-term memory. And this one is short memory, short-term memory. So how do you transfer this information to long-term memory, which is right here? So cerebellum is a working memory, like it's a long-term. It's like how to walk, it's like how to talk. So the difference between cerebellum and prefrontal is because cerebellum, you don't even to think what to do. So for example, you don't think about walking, you just walk and speak your native language. And prefrontal, you retrieve the knowledge that you already transferred from cerebellum to prefrontal. So I use space repetition technique to transfer the information from my hippocampus to prefrontal cortex. Is because how you're going to transfer it is the more you repeat and having the basic understanding of the knowledge, that's how you're going to transfer it. So space repetition means, okay, this is my first touch with the knowledge. So I will try to retrieve it in 1 minute, and then in 5 minutes, and then, for example, next day. So the process of retrieving, you're going to transfer the knowledge to space repetition. So I use Anki Notes app, so it's like a flashcard. For example, you write something on the front and the answer on the back. So for example, you're just gonna put it on your desk. For example, you are, for example, a business manager. You wanna remember something, and you're gonna write, for example, the name of the person, and on the back, the number. This is how you do it. So this is Pomodoro. It's like for timing. I use like for timing because I should have a break. Because studying for so long, it doesn't mean it's effective. Yeah, I think that's it. Então, minha história acho que não há outra oportunidade de pôr em conta. Então, este é o minuto que está. Obrigado.
Algum pergunta que escreve para o Marcelo?
Okay. I think the divide and conquer is the most important improvement. Like for solving that problem. But I in my career I see this exact same technique in all of informatics, like in algorithms, or same in an example is if you put like an organization. I don't know how to say it. Like a tree, like a tree, and that is the internet system. Yeah, that I think you understand. Like the traffic is like the graph. You can go there, divide and conquer. This perla throw away and pick that way. I think it's simple.
Essa aí os senhores entendem e problem to solve, divide to conquer, já foi na crioulo. Eu tenho um dicionário, o que eu ouvi nome Marcelo. O que sabe aí cada página, 10 dias, tem que chegar M. Então, pode ser mais rápido, rasga na metade, tá a M mais fácil. Então, o data rasga na metade, tem que chegar na M. Tem algumas perguntas?
Yep.